Oh my God. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 75. Better late than never of Unqualified.
75. We're still alive.
We're still alive. Unqualified Game Chat. I am your host, Cesaro Lopez, and with me is my friend, my brother,
Yep.
my sometimes lover,
Now and then.
Spencer the Legacy.
Hello, everyone. I'm in my new place. So.
You know, there's been some rumors. The rumor mill has been coming around. Got a few comments. Got a few messages from the people. The people have spoken.
What'd they say? They think that we broke up?
They thought we broke up.
That's funny.
They thought and
Badass.
They thought that we were fighting. They thought there's some infighting, some
That's
drama,
awesome.
as it were.
Yeah. I punched Cesario's girlfriend and moved to New York.
Just to get away.
Yeah.
For full disclosure, I don't have a girlfriend.
Yeah. Let's point out I was referencing something, not I didn't assault anyone.
Yeah, Spencer didn't assault anyone, and I do not have a girlfriend. Yeah, it's been a busy month for the both of us. You were moving, you were settling in. So that was probably good for you to not only step away from doing all of the audio and all of the editing on the website to more of a audio only here and there, but we did know that you were moving, and it's not easy, you know, like
moving sucks ass.
Moving is the fucking worst. And
every time you think you're like done, you're not.
And then you find out that you're missing something, and it's like, I wouldn't want me to be complaining about, oh, I need this audio, when you're like, fuck, I know this USB cord somewhere here, but I can't find, you know, stuff like that.
I had that. Yeah, that exact thing happened where I was like, oh, I don't have this fucking cord, so I have to go home. So I have to.
Yeah, I know the feeling. So that's why you hear me in some of the recent audios. But on top of that, I had a work trip to Miami for a few days, for like 5 days, and then I went to New York to play Sessions Skate Sim. It's a game.
My boss was there too.
Which one was
yours?
That's
so weird.
Who's your boss?
Tyler from Coming Soon.
I don't know that guy.
That's crazy. You were both in the same room.
Yeah, but I was with Mark and we were a little high.
Oh my. Oh my.
By a little, I mean a lot.
I can't believe you ate a weed.
I know that I hang out with Mark once every 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well, when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Might as well do a little meth.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Why not? Yeah, I've seen Breaking Bad. It's fun.
Lot of fun. Although they didn't let me skate.
Probably because you were high.
No. I was playing it cool. They just didn't let me skate. They just didn't let me. I could have did what? I could have did
an ollie,
a pressure flip,
a
flip,
Christ
flip, a Christ air.
Yeah.
No.
You pull off a Christ air.
You just named like a special from Tony Hawk 2.
Yeah, that's real. The friendly ghost.
No. In this game Session Skate, there is no grab tricks yet. They have lip tricks, and it just made me think, well, you guys should have stayed in early access then. But they went full launch. It's cool. It's a cool game. You use the analog sticks. The left analog is like your left foot, and the right analog is your right foot. And to do an ollie, you got to kind of go like.
Oh, so it's kind of like skate.
Kind of like skate, a little more intricate. It was really hard to get
skate than Tony Hawk.
Yeah, like you have to if you know how to do the trick, like if you know how to kickflip, it comes a little more naturally, because you just have to do the motion that you would do with your feet, and it does it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. It sounds interesting.
There are ways to make it more difficult where you can where you have to like actually catch the board and stuff like that, like with your feet, but there is like an auto.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a fun game. Um, Sorry I didn't say hi to Tyler. I don't know
It's
what
okay.
I don't know what coverage coming soon.net would have been
We do some
doing.
games. We do little games here and there.
Yeah, well, I'll be pins and needles waiting for the session skate coverage that you guys surely have coming out.
What's
Coming
that
soon.
mean? Of course we do.
Oh, no one's gonna. I'll tell you about this press event. It should have happened a month ago because the game was out. The game was out the day before.
Oh, that is weird. That's bizarre.
Yeah. I was like, dude, you should have had this a month ago. Preview event, then you get some hype.
Yeah.
Regardless, this podcast is recorded every week, posted to podcast services on Thursdays. You got YouTube videos there for you. I may just do it. I have a special interview that I'm going to tack on to the end of this podcast that I haven't done in the past 3 weeks. It's with Justin Roiland from Roiland, sorry, from Squanch Games about his new game High on Life, and it's just us having a little conversation. So
I'm a big Roiland head ever since his Channel 101 days.
Yeah,
back in the day.
When I walked in, he was like opening up card packs, but it looked like he was rolling marijuana. And I was like, I made a joke. And then he corrected me and said that he doesn't smoke weed. But the game's called High on Life. So I automatically assumed when we were going into this, shit was going to happen. But it didn't.
I got in a question because Monster Ryan interviewed him too. And they said, do you have any questions? And apparently I got my question in about House of Cosby's. Have you ever watched House of Cosby's?
Yeah, I love House of Cosby's.
House of Cosby's is brilliant.
It's
the finest thing out there.
What year did that come out?
I don't know off the top of my head. It all kind of blurs because like that and Grandma's Virginity podcast.
Yeah.
And all his old stuff all just kind of blends together for like he has like a pre Rick and Morty era and then like a post Rick and Morty era to me.
Yeah, that's true. So what was the question?
He seems like a really cool. I asked if he would be open to revisiting House Cosby's now that Bill Cosby is like senile and dying and evil. And I don't remember. I haven't watched the video yet to get the answer because it's been so busy. But you can go check that out on Monster Vine.
Looks like the cops are at my
door.
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay. Hey guys, Zarya's gonna edit this out, but Zarya finally got busted for smoking the devil's lettuce at the Session Skate event. I called the police on him actually, and well, long story short, he's going to prison for the rest of his life, and this will now be my podcast. This is now the Unqualified. No, scratch that. This is now the Qualified Game Chat because it's just me. It's going to be a radio show like Frasier, but just me. Going to be talking about, no more atomes because I don't know I still don't know what that means. I'm not going to tell Zarya that though. And we're mainly going to talk about Kingdom Hearts, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z games, that sort of thing. And I wish Zarya all the best in prison. But I've seen a lot of comments recently saying Zarya looks high, Zarya looks evil. And yes, he's been claimed by the weed, so I think this is the best course of action for everyone, really. I am inheriting 100% of the stakes of the Unqualified Game Chat. I'm also inheriting Noisy Pixel, which I will be turning into a content farm. I'll be firing everybody and getting AI written reports about how to do things in games. So it's going to be a different future for Noisy Pixel and the Unqualified Game Chat. Qualified Game Chat will still be that radio show. It's entirely going to be a testament to my ego. And otherwise, Noisy Pixel is just going to be content farm schlock, just guides written by AI. And I'm just going to rake in the money into my PayPal and spend it all on cool figures like you can see behind me. Because, I mean, that's what it's really all about, isn't it? That was my end goal from the very beginning of this podcast when we first talked about the tall lady in Resident Evil. My goal was to eventually get Azario sent to prison so that I could take all the money and all the rights and buy toys. Because, you know, as a 26-year-old guy, that's just where I'm at. So, you guys thought I was kidding about the jail thing, but it's been like 5 minutes and Zario's still not here. So, I think you can all assess what's happening. And this little video rant, it's going to be in extremely bad taste. Police are there about something serious. So, probably never see the light of day. But, you know, we have to pass time somehow, don't we? Yeah. That was my demo reel for joining Channel Awesome. Thank you. What was that?
I guess someone like kicked my neighbor's fence in. And they wanted.
It was to you while you were high on meth.
No, I've seen it. I've seen the hole there that she's talking about, but I guess she just saw it today. But I saw it like yesterday, I think.
I just had a cool chat with our audience. That's all.
Okay. Well, I wasn't arrested. Suckers. Little do they know, they just stumbled upon the biggest
Azario fence kicker Lopez.
Yeah. The
fence kicker in the Fresno
area.
Fresno fence fucker.
Oh my god.
He needed another F.
Oh yeah. Could have been father.
Fresno fence father.
Anything better than fucker. Really.
I come up with the names,
baby. Irregardless, this podcast is posted supposedly every week. I have something in my eye. Sorry. What an episode. Good for you though, dear listeners. We have the yay or nay.
Say or nay.
Easy day. Easy episode.
Easy. Yeah. Spencer's got a big old headache. He doesn't have time to listen to all the, it's been a month. Quiet down. I have a headache. I don't want to hear it.
Hell up. Well, let's go. Let's jump in. October 4th.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is true. I don't know what the hell this is. Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 is a supercharged sequel that will send players deeper into the world and the story of Overwatch and build upon the original game's critically acclaimed foundation of world-class player versus player competition.
It's wild how much I used to like Overwatch and how little I think about it now.
It's wild that the only lore I know about Overwatch is the porn that people have created. And all I know is that all the girls...
It's its own category.
All the girls have really big dicks and really big butts.
That's the SFM category.
And they all...
Source filmmaker extravaganza. I don't know if there are any videos left up on my channel where you can see it, but there was a time in my life where when I was recording at college, I had an Overwatch poster up because I played it so much. I was like, yeah, this is cool.
Who is your who is your main? Did I say that? That's
McCree, whatever McCree's called now, because he's named after an evil sex pervert. So whatever they renamed him.
That's what I'm named after.
Him and Tracer and
I know Tracer.
I think someone else.
I know Tracer and I know Black Widow. Is that her name?
But
Widow? Widowmaker.
Widowmaker, yeah.
Widowmaker. Whatever.
Yeah, so there was a time where I loved playing it and I had a great time with my friends, and then it shat the bed repeatedly. And I stopped and I haven't thought about it since. And
Your life's been better.
it's like the first time I've ever had a franchise go from like something I was thoroughly enjoying and talking about to occupying 0.001% of my brain. It's very strange.
Yeah.
Well,
now we can look forward to the sequel.
2 is good.
Oh, on October 5th.
I'll say meh.
I'll say meh. I'll wait till.
Zario's excited for the porn.
I definitely am.
Yeah.
If there's one thing, if we won't get into that. Let's just move on to October 5th. We have Deathverse, Let It Die.
Oh, I know that.
The dream team that brought you Let It Die, the survival action game that began service in 2016, has reached 7 million downloads across the globe. Granted, it's a free game.
Yeah, it's free.
This time a fresh take on multiplayer survival action. There's
Has Uncle Death, Uncle Deadly?
I don't think Uncle Death is in here though.
Isn't he like the icon of it?
Yeah, I think he still does the marketing, but he's not in the game.
Oh. Uncle Deadly's a fucking Muppet. Uncle Death.
I'm gonna say meh.
Yeah, I'll say meh.
I'm like borderline nay. I'm borderline nay.
Yeah.
I just don't know anything. The next day, we have Nier Automata, Yorna edition or end of Yorna edition or whatever. Yorha. Oh, game of the Yorha edition. Sorry.
Can you release? I know it's a different name because it's like a pun, but can you release a Game of the Year edition like 3 years after it came out? 5 years, something like that. Is that allowed?
I think they're just trying to have fun, really.
Isn't that like if you were like Final Fantasy 15 Game of the Year edition released in 2022?
It's
I don't mind.
It's vague.
Great game.
There's a blank space there.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's fine. It's just I've never seen that before happen. Yeah. Great game though. Go play it. I say yeah.
Yeah. Yay! I still need to beat all the endings.
Excellent game.
Excellent butts. I mean game.
Dario got that trophy.
October 7th, like within seconds.
Yeah.
Seconds.
Milliseconds. On the title screen somehow.
There was no time between me and that trophy.
Literally upon booting, the PlayStation Eye saw Zario with his pants off and it
half off.
He was in the process of taking
I never go full off.
Mark. Just a little Zario lore for you ladies and gentlemen out there.
Zario never goes full off. And if he does, the socks stay on.
That's how you know you're the one.
When the socks come off, you know.
When the socks come off,
you know he's gonna marry your ass.
Yeah.
October 7th.
Mm-hmm.
We have Chaos Head and Chaos Child double pack on Switch. You know anything about this science adventure game?
I got a code for that, but I don't know what it is.
I don't think you were supposed to say that, but
can you delete that? Is that true?
It's embargoed, dude. They say don't tell people.
The only people I've ever seen say don't tell people is NIS.
Oh.
Can you cut that?
Yeah.
My bad.
In Chaos Noah, you play as Takumi and use your delusion to find the truth about a serial murder case called New Generation Madness. Your delusion will change the endings.
Delusion? Like your guy is just like fucking insane?
Yeah, he has that power to be insane. But don't we all?
Don't we all? I think that's called going on a bender.
I'm gonna say yay. Science adventure.
I read a piece by Bailey about that, I think. So I'll say maybe. I'll say meh. Because isn't it a visual novel?
You're never going to play this game.
I probably won't, but I'm not closing
You're never going to play it. No.
I'm not closing the door.
Stop it. Get out.
I
Get
can't. I locked my door so the roommate wouldn't walk in. See this shameful podcast
with your pants half down.
Yeah, with my pants half down. Oh, you guys don't know. You've never. I do this podcast without pants.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I wear a hoodie. Yeah.
Sometimes I have done it in my underwear, and it sucks because those are the episodes that I do want to get up and show you something, but then I
That'd be a really good bit. That's really funny.
October 11th, No More Hero 3 comes to PS4 and PS5.
No More Hero. Yes, I love No More Heroes.
Yeah,
and 3 was really fun.
Yay.
Yeah,
it's going to be way better than it was on Switch. I'll tell you that.
Yes, it'll still be kind of janky because it's part of it, but
hey, the jank is there. We're all a little janky when you think about it.
Inside.
I jank every now and then. October 11th.
I would never jank.
October 11th. Kimiwaza, Way of the Thief. I have no idea what this game is. I know NIS American.
It's published by NIS. I saw that. Yeah.
This is developed by Acquire. Good developer. Not really. Join the honorable thief Ibizio on the streets of Mikado and put your thieving skills to the test. Will you walk the path of honor for the sake of family? The choice is yours to make.
I'm going to say yay because stealing stuff in games is fun.
I'm going to say yay because it looks like a PS2 game.
I also like that.
Yeah, this is definitely a PS2 game. I'm going to say yay.
Yay.
Just to shake it up a little bit. Oh, and then some days, all these whatever games. My Fantastic Ranch. LOL, Surprise, BBS, Born to Travel.
Are these just words? Are these titles? Or are you just stringing words together and poetry?
No, that's LOL. LOL Surprise is the little toys.
LOL Surprise?
Yeah, little kid toys.
I don't hang out with a lot of little kids, so I don't.
My Fantastic Ranch is also a game.
Oh, I've seen those in like GameStop clearances.
Sure. October 13th.
You can see all the shit I own behind me.
Yeah, whatever, dude. I see what you want me to see. That's what I see. I see what you want me to see. October 13th, Triangle Strategy comes to PC. That's kind of cool, I guess.
That's cool. Yay. I like that game.
Yay.
Yay.
October 13th, same day. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 expansion. Wave 2. Wave 2 of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 expansion pass arrives, adding the latest volumes of new content that includes new items, accessories, clothing, heroes, challenge battles, new story scenarios, and more. Yay.
Yay.
October 14th, a pretty divisive game, if I do say so myself.
The Last of Us Part 2, The Last Jedi, Attorney at Law.
Dragon Ball The Breakers.
That is a weird one. That's a weird one. I'll give you that.
You know why? Because no one knows how to play it.
I'm a big Dragon Ball head.
What's your favorite Dragon Ball character?
Ultimate Gohan after the Elder Kai comes out of the broken sword and gives him
mine is Dragon Ball Evolution Goku.
Justin Chatwin Goku. That's a good pick.
Flying Kamehameha.
I saw that in theaters the day it came out.
I saw it too. And you know what? I liked it.
I did not.
I liked it. I had so much fun.
Dragon Ball is very central to me.
I had so much freaking fun watching that movie. And I was like confused why no one liked it. And then it turns out that me liking it, little racist.
A little bit.
Had to go to therapy. Dragon Ball The Breakers.
It's just really funny that there's a white guy running around named Goku.
Oh my god. I loved the scene where he's like putting out flames with his like fucking breath.
The scene where he's in fucking high school. That's what I want to see. Goku in high school.
Hey, we all want to see it. But the flying Kamehameha at the end. Pretty cool.
What about it?
Goku can't do that.
Can't do what? Fly with a Kamehameha?
Goku has never done that before.
Lone?
Dude, look it up. Goku
He's
is
done
never
Kamehamehas in the air.
not flying, not like that's exclusive. That's Dragon Ball Evolution
In
exclusive.
pre-Z Dragon Ball, he shoots the Kamehameha the ground to propel him to punch through Demon King Piccolo's stomach.
Yeah, but he didn't fly while
he did.
flying, shooting it.
Yeah, it made him fly.
I'm gonna say you're a liar. I know the scene you're talking about, and I'm gonna say that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay, well, that's dumb. Anyway,
you're, you're getting so bad.
That's stupid. Moving on.
Next we'll talk about
Wait,
My Hero Academia. I'm gonna say nay.
I'm gonna say meh because I like weird Dragon Ball stuff, but
it's made by the Xenoverse team, so you might like it.
So they'll support it for 10 years.
Yeah, at least we'll know that. October 17th, we have this game called Flat Eye. It's a resource management sim. Flat Eye. That was like in reference to that Red Eyes that commercial where he puts the clear eyes, he's like, you have red eyes.
That's an American commercial.
Use clear eyes. Flat Eye is a resource management sim with an emphasis on story and narrative choices. Oversee the world's leading technology hub while you explore stories linked to discoverable technology and interact with your most loyal customers. Key art looks cool. I'm gonna say yay. I actually played this game. It was pretty fun. What sucks about that game is that the next day, A Plague Tale Requiem. Yay. Let's go. Oh,
I want to try that, so I'll say yay.
You've never played the first one, though.
Oh, is that the second one? I'll play the first one. I think I have it on PS Plus.
Did anyone ever call you a poser? Like,
hey guys, my Burger King just left. Isn't that cool? A poser?
Yeah.
No, I told my story about falling asleep in the E3 booth and feeling really bad.
That's true. I'm gonna say yay. Plague Tale. Yay?
Yeah, I'll say yay after I beat the first one. If I like the first one.
You have to. You have to beat the first one. It's really short too.
Or else you forget the rat story.
It's real short.
Yeah.
October 19th, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves, whatever, PC.
Like whatever.
No. I'm just gonna say no.
I'm gonna say yay because
more like
cool.
Unfarted.
Whoa.
Just play Uncharted 2. I like Uncharted 2.
Uncharted 2 is great. I think 4 is really.
You know what I always hated about Uncharted? You know the grenade throwing. I just thought it was a little arcadey. It was just so like you're just throwing grenades.
Yeah, it's fun. The multiplayer with grenades was so fun. Uncharted 2 multiplayer, some of the best times.
I'll say yay.
Yeah, I will. I'll say yay.
October 21st, we have Gotham Knights. I'm gonna say yay on this one.
I'm gonna say yay. I like Batman, and
I like that they delayed it too.
WB Montreal made Arkham Origins, which is underrated, and I like it a lot. So.
And interestingly, on that same day, we have Persona 5 Royale coming to PC, PS5, blah blah blah.
Persona 5
Series
Royale
X,
with cheese.
Switch. I will say that in Japan this is called Persona 5 Royale Remastered, but in the West
and in France it's called Persona 5 Royale with cheese.
Yeah, okay, we heard you.
Thank you.
And that same day, I'm gonna say
yay because Persona 5 is good.
It's a good game. That same day, it's not over yet.
Mm-hmm.
New Tales from the Borderlands.
Nay, Borderlands sucks. Tales from the Borderlands by Telltale was fun, but that's the only one I actually like.
Yeah. October 27th is going to be another big day.
Why is that?
Signalis is coming out. It's a beautiful fucking adventure, like survival, like horror game, but it reminds me of Parasite Eve.
Oh, that's neat.
Really cool. Maybe you'll see a review of it soon.
Maybe.
I'm gonna say yay.
I'll say yay. I like Parasite Eve.
That same day, Star Ocean: The Divine Force
I'll say yay once I've played the 6 other Star Oceans.
Yeah, well, they don't connect, so you could play any of them.
I'll say yay, even though they all look like Jim Henson characters.
No, say yay. You're good.
Okay, yay.
October 28th.
Huh?
Bayonetta 3.
I'll say yay after I play Bayonetta 1 and 2.
You never played a Bayonetta?
No, I played all the Devil May Cry, so everyone says I'd like them.
But... I've never beat a Bayonetta. I've played them.
Yeah.
But I never wanted it to end.
Oh, that's sweet.
And it looks like, is that October?
That's October, baby.
Looks like that's up to October. Oh, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, October 28th.
I don't care. Nay.
I'm going to say yay. Grintan.
I don't know what that means, but is that the one where you shoot the people in the airport?
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
I genuinely don't know.
Okay.
Is that?
Okay.
Is it that one?
Liberal.
I didn't even make a statement.
Ball.
I just asked if that's that one.
I don't know, to be honest. I think they all try to make you shoot people in
airports.
Yeah, I think that's like
it's a Call of Duty staple. It opens up with you gunning down unarmed civilians.
They put it on they need it. You know, it's just
I was gonna buy Modern Warfare 6, but apparently you don't, shoot up a bunch of people who aren't doing anything, so I gotta pass. But apparently the multiplayer is good, so it's still nay because Call of Duty is boring to me.
I'll say yay because I love a good
it's very
Call of Duty.
I don't like the world's already so
violent. Oh my god, you're such a baby.
I play a violent evil game with such things. I don't know. Did you cover your eyes like a baby?
Can't hear. Can't see.
I want ice cream for dinner.
I want to go to Weekend Dad's house.
I want to watch scary movies and stay up past 9.
It's good that we got the show over this quickly because
true.
It's been a week. It's been a month.
Our free Zoom timer is running out, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the free version of Zoom. We don't even have the fun. Defunded,
platformed for telling too wild of truths.
Yeah, they had to shut us down.
Yeah. We'll see who cancels who. Zoom.
I'm gonna be at a press event tomorrow. Can't say what.
I can. He's at a press event.
You can't. You've been spoiling enough for everyone.
Panty Party 2.
Panty Party forever. Panty Party
in the house tonight.
Panty Party 21.
That's a real game.
Panty Party is a real game.
I went to an anime convention with my friend and he said, I just bought Panty Party. And I said, I don't know what that means, man. I'm sorry.
I think I covered it before. Also, just to mention, stay tuned for the interview with Justin Roiland.
So, hi, Omar.
Why do you make shitty games? No, I'm just kidding. Question number one. Why do you suck?
Well, I guess I would like to talk about the writing and how your team kind of approaches writing a video game because it's very self-aware that it is a video game, but it doesn't mention that it's a video game.
I mean, it's definitely it's like fun. Fun is pretty high up, but I also will say like Trover was way different than this game in terms of how we approached it. Because like this game, I felt like we wanted to have a story. Trover was a lot of improv and a lot of just fucking around, and part of that is because I did temp for like the whole game, and then everyone was like, well, not everybody, like there were fires, like shit that needed to be fixed. It was like priority ones, all these priority 1 issues. but the narrative design was already hooked up, and my voice was in for all these side characters and the main character and all the enemies, with the intention to replace me later with real, like, cast a bunch of people. Of course, I was going to do like Trover and a few voices, but not the amount that I ended up doing. But I think a byproduct of that, like keeping the temp, kept that game feeling really loose, but in a kind of an amazing way. I actually really love that. In this game, it was like, okay, we have like a high stakes narrative. We have a bigger world, way more characters to service. So we did need like actual scripts and actual like good writing. And not to say that we didn't have good writing on Trover, just it was so much more improv than like the improv is like 70 to 80% improv versus like, maybe 20-30% scripted. So or somewhere in that neighborhood. But in this game it's flipped. I want to say like. But so the approach is like, obviously the big picture, the larger like movie, what's the narrative, and then just kind of going in and, well, we'd have big writers room days, weeks, where we're like, we're focused on a certain level. We're really like coming up with funny jokes. I mean, so much stuff that we just fucking amazing shit that both got in and that we didn't have time to get to, like stuff that maybe we'll come back to at some point, if we get to do more of this IP, but it's mostly like the rule of thumb is like follow the joy, follow fun, laugh, have a good time, and I don't think good comes from like, like stressing and fretting and worrying, and it's not good enough and worrying about what people are going to think. I feel like that's when things start to get shitty, in my opinion, for me anyways, But
when it comes to that writing, where do those ideas usually stem from? Do you guys take maybe inspiration from like, I don't know, like Skyrim, like narrative-driven RPGs, and just like
tons of inspiration from games? Yeah, tons. And if you're speaking specifically to like
the choices and the kind of branching paths.
Oh yeah. I mean, like we're all big gamers at the studio. I'm a huge fucking gamer, and we're like just doing all the stuff we love to experience in games we play that we love. Everything, like it's a very Metroidvania, platformy, traversal, driven, combat heavy, like first person shooter. But we obviously, with a huge narrative design key pillar, like we want the narrative design to feel natural and magical in the way that it sort of delivers audio cues to you. Fluid and sort of like surprising as much as it can be across the game, but then having those cool palate cleanse moments of like talking to an alien, and there's like, you can opt in is very important to me. So like the idea of like, okay, if I want to talk to this guy and hear a bunch of jokes, I can. Or in another example, if I want to hang out next to this NPC and just listen for a long time, there's a lot, but I don't have to. I can like go and play. I can do what I want, and there's only a few lockdown moments, but within those moments we give you the other sort of opt-in where it's like I can kind of intuitively know like probably what stuff to ask in order to like kind of get the jokes but move me through this section quicker and get back to the moving. And but also I find that the lockdown sections we do have, they're few and far between, but we really earn it, because I feel like either A, we're palate cleansing from like a combat sequence you just had or that you're about to have, and also I think that they're just really funny. The voice actors that we cast, the writing, it earns locking you down for just a little bit, But we mainly do it in like A story beats where it's like, with Lizzie and Jean, like. That there's stuff going on there that's super important. But they're not long. It's perfect for my taste. I'm like, okay, like because I get real fidgety if if a game is like forcing me to watch like even 5 minutes of just pure like passive content. I'm just like, let me fucking play the game.
Yeah, I feel like Metro does that
a lot.
If you play Metro, it's kind of like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that do it. And by the way, there's games that do it that I love, that I'm completely forgiving of. I'm fine. I'm not, it's like to each their own, in terms of like, look, if you, there's games that earn it, right? I guess that's the key thing, is if you earn it with me, then I'm forgiving of it. And in some cases, like, I can't remember, it's been so long, but Witcher 3, I feel like had like long cutscenes that I was absolutely like delighted to sit through. That game was fun. That game was just, the story, everything going on in that game had me like, yeah.
I think I'm smiling just thinking about it, but early on in the game, there's a childlike alien who looks like a child, and right away I tried to shoot him, and I got called out for it. Yeah. Like, as if like I was the bad guy in the whole situation, when I shouldn't have shot him. Yeah. Later on, I'm talking to his mom, evidently, and tell him that he's dead, and I decide to just walk away, and then she called me out, just leave. Well, why don't you? Yeah. Those moments, like, they feel exclusive to the player.
Yeah,
and
high player
I really appreciate that kind of writing. Is that I don't think that anybody in my head right now, I don't think any other player experienced that but me. And was that what you set out to do?
A very high focus on moments that will surprise the player, and exactly what you're describing, where that felt like very much your experience, and it felt very it's supposed to feel very natural, and also just like, holy shit, like, and funny and subversive, satirical, all that stuff. But like, yeah, I mean, that's exactly what we strive to do at the studio. Trover has a lot of that in there. I think we fuck with the player more in Trover than we do in this game, like, where we literally like fuck with them, and
player hostility.
Yeah, it's like we're telling the player kind of in a way to do one thing when really that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to figure out, oh wait, fuck you, it's fucking over, you know. But that's really fun, because that's kind of also the same thing, just a little bit different, where when you figure it out, you're just like, you're laughing because you're like, these fucking NPCs are just completely lying and fucking with me. And it happens a lot in Trover, and it's great. And in this game, we the similar kinds of moments where it's like really memorable, funny player story moments, and there's so many that lots of players aren't going to see. There's a lot. Like, there's a lot of stuff in this game that people will have a crazy experience that will be pretty rare, that they will feel like, holy shit. That felt like it was like, maybe I'm the only one that saw that. And there are some that we have done some like rough, like, I don't even know, like sort of like just like there was one we were talking about just the other day with Mikey and everybody. I'm not going to say what, but it's like, you know, yeah. And it's like, well, maybe 10%, 20%, something really small of players are going to see that, but it's a fucking huge, it's a big thing. And once it gets out, people will, you know, it's the internet.
Put it on YouTube.
Yeah. The internet will fit. But I really, like, while I get the Twitch stuff for competitive, like, I'll watch, like, somebody who's really good at Fortnite or who's really good at whatever, because there's something fun about watching someone who's good. And if they're funny, you know, it's like, I get it. But for single player games, I can't sit and watch somebody experience. I'm just like, no, spoilers. It'd be like watching someone watch a movie and hearing them talk over it. It's like, no, I want to go to the theater if it's a good movie. Like, Nope is fucking, like, the last one I saw was incredible in my opinion. And so same with this. It's like, I really hope, I mean, I'm sure there will be streams and people will watch them, and that's fine, but I really think they're doing themselves a disservice, because, especially because it's on Game Pass, like, just play it. It's like, it's so fucking cool to get to experience those little moments and have them be surprises to you, because, you know, that's a big thing we set out to do across the whole game, and it happens a lot, and there really are funny moments in the game like that. Like, the little kid is just, we didn't even think about that when we picked this section. No. Like, we were literally we were going to pick a section later in the game for a number of reasons, and this was kind of a last minute change to do, like, the early part of the game, or an earlier section of the game, and we didn't even realize how much good shit is in this until after it was sort of serendipitous. It was like, oh,
pacing is there.
Yeah, but honestly, like, there's another section in the game that is even crazier and better that we were like much later in the game. we wanted to show off like more of the guns and their personalities and how they work together and how you can switch them out, and that would have been way more. Once you get the first gun you rescue, and you can rescue them out of order, therefore the following mission you do is going to be different. There's a fork right there, and there's so much stuff depending on what gun you have out during moments. You're going to hear that gun's dialogue and that gun's jokes and that gun's personality come through versus the other gun. Once you have all of them, it's really insane. A lot of writing, and also just amazing voice actors, amazing, just everything. Like the sum of all parts, it's just all good parts, and then the sum of them it's really kind of wild.
Do you ever go into the writing room and see something that just makes you crack up still, even after all the jokes, even after every project?
Yes. So our writer's room, because of COVID, was deep enough after COVID when we actually spun up the room that we were able to do it at my house. A couple people, like Joel Haver, was on YouTube, or what am I saying? He is on YouTube, but he was on Venmo. He was on Zoom.
He's probably on Venmo.
He's probably on Venmo.
Looking at all of our purchases right now.
Yeah, he's on Venmo. But no, he was on Zoom, and then Greg White was on Zoom for the first, I don't know how many days, and then they actually showed up in person. But the room was spun up for I don't remember how many weeks, and then it was mainly just Alec grinding out the scripts based off of everything. And the room was spun up after the whole larger picture was figured out. I took a lot of time to figure a lot of this shit out early, and then working with Alec to really tighten the screws on it all. But God, what was my fucking point here? Oh, what was your question? Oh yeah, the joke. Yeah. Okay, so there's things that I watch. There's stuff in this game that makes me laugh out loud, and I swear that means a lot because I don't tend to laugh at my own stuff, and then it tends to take a lot to get me to laugh out loud. It takes a lot to get me to actually laugh at comedy, and I think it's just because my bar is really high, and also I've been a comedy fan of the highest caliber of comedy since I was a little kid. So it's it just takes, you have to really do something to surprise me to get me to laugh, and it has to, but there are, swear to God, there's things in this game that to this day make me laugh out loud, which is fucking crazy to think, because I don't think I can say the same for there's a moment here or there in Solar. There's some stuff in the new season of Rick and Morty. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's quality shit. The new season's amazing.
Yeah, I think the best compliment a comedic can give you, another comedic, is that's a good bit.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
They won't laugh.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, and it's I get it. I understand that. I completely understand that, But yeah, when you hear another comic howling with laughter, that's whoa, wow, shit. And everyone's different. Some people just laugh. Some people are more laughers. I think I'm more cerebral, so I will be oh, that's fucking great. I don't know, there's a bit in Wet Hot American Summer that when I first saw that movie, oh God, and Windy City Heat, those two movies, when I first saw those movies, definitely laughed out loud a lot. Windy City Heat really had me laughing out loud, hard. And there's still sections in that movie that I bet on the right day I would get me laughing. But the baseball bat scene, that movie is so fucking good. But anyway, if you haven't seen it, it's of the highest quality. They're just fucking with this guy the whole time. It's great. And the bits they construct are so good. But anyway, yeah. There's a specific thing I'm thinking of. His name's Zoobles. Is it Zoobles?
I think it's Zoobles.
Yeah, he's a comic. He's got ads running for his residency in Dragtown, and that shit literally makes me laugh out loud every time I see it. And
it's only showed up once today. I've noticed.
Wait, Zoobles is on the TV?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think put it in just for
fun. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, Zoobles will not be on the TV in the final game. He'll be on the screens in Dragtown. Dragtown's sort of like a Vegas kind of type city built on the bottom of an asteroid, but it's a really cool location, and there's just a lot of funny gags there. And it's fucking great. The Drake Town's one of my favorite. But yeah, Zubal's just got a residency there. That bit, I'm gonna get numb to it, and not laugh. But like it, the last time I watched it, I laughed. Still laughing at that. But anyway, yeah, there's some funny stuff in the game. But yeah, I'm really proud of this thing. I'm kind of blown away at what we're making here, and we're almost done with it, almost finished.
Do you ever get tired of hearing your voice?
Oh yeah. For sure. Like, yeah, that's why I wanted to cast someone else as Kenny. But it's fine. It worked out well. I mean, it would have been harder to do some of the stuff that we were able to do because it's me and I could just get it real quick. We have a pickup today that we're talking about. I could just get it real fast and send the file over. But yeah, I think the answer is yes. I do. Yeah.
Is it a range thing, or do you wish you had more range, or do you wish you can create more characters? How many characters can you think of at the top of your head, like that you can?
I mean, I always make the joke I'm the king of voices for actors that do 2.5 voices, whatever the joke is. But like, yeah, I mean, the truth is I haven't workshopped any voices. I just started fucking around recently with some stuff, and I was like, oh, I've got stuff in me that doesn't sound like the problem is I keep doing a Morty. Well, okay, 2 things. One, my natural voice is like when I do voices, no matter what I do within this one like sphere, it's just going to sound like Morty to people, even though if I were to do the Kenny voice in the booth with Ricky, my engineer, he would be like, that doesn't sound like Morty at all. He wouldn't be wrong if you want to get real hair splitty. It's deeper than Morty. It just doesn't say his personality is different. But to everyone else, it just sounds like Morty, and they're also not wrong because it's very similar to Morty. But like I have a character in the Poloni Halloween special named Leroy Poloni, and he's more like, hey everybody, it's me, Leroy. Hey, I'm Leroy Poloni. And he's always yelling. And people are going to say that's just Morty. But it's like, it's not Morty. It's totally different. But they're not
Leroy.
Wrong. It's Leroy. Come on. Hey, welcome to the Poloni special. I'm Leroy. It's like, oh, that's Morty. But it's so not. Like, if I tried to do that in the booth with Ricky, he'd be like, what do you... Fucking, dude, you can't. Like, come on. Do we need to record another day? Like a different day than this? But no, I've been fucking around with, like, some weird other new voices and definitely will use them because I think it's time I'm gonna have to like not retire the Morty voice but retire it from new characters, new IP. Like he's Trover, it's Trover, it's Kenny, it's Morty, it's now people are gonna probably say it's Leroy, which I really hope not, but we'll see. It really is gonna be like, oh my god, dude, can you do another voice, please? Yeah. But also in my defense, this actually just popped in my head. Swear to God. The very beloved, and I love him. Is it H. John Benjamin? It is, right? Who does Archer and he does Coach McGurk and Bob's Burgers.
I was just about to bring this up.
That's him. It's him.
You know what?
And it's fine. It's fine. I don't care. I love him. I love his voice. I love it. I'm all about it.
It really speaks to the popularity of Rick and Morty, though, because nobody remembers home videos. And when they do, they're like, "Are you watching?" If they listen to it, they're like, "Are you watching Bob's Burgers?" I'm like, "No, this is like another show that."
Or Dr. Katz.
Yeah. It's like
Ben Katz.
All of those shows are great. I think amazing. I think it honestly just speaks to the popularity that Rick and Morty has reached.
Yeah.
So maybe if you didn't have that, you wouldn't be in this.
Possibly. Yeah. It doesn't bother me though. Because I get it. I'm like, yeah. Fuck this guy. Wait. No, but I do get it. I'm like, yeah, I get it. I get where they're coming from. But it doesn't bother me, and I'm. I've been playing around with some other voices. We'll see. Honestly, at the end of the day, mainly we're gonna just keep making fun shit.
Try to make a good game.
Yeah, more and more. You know, we're gonna keep making. I mean, the dream is that this does well enough to give us a little war chest and rev stream that we can just keep pumping out really awesome shit and continue this story, or more stories in this universe and stuff like that. That's the dream.
And that, do you think you'll ever return to VR? Do you think you'll ever?
Never say never. I mean, you know, again, with a decent war chest at the game studio, we could. Let's say, responsibly divert a certain sized budget to something really fun and experimental in the VR space. I fucking would love to do more VR. I've got so many ideas in that space that are games, again, shit I want to play that don't exist. It's frustrating because I'm like, why is no one making, like, I want more games that I can play laying on my back. Or like laying in bed, like this, you know, like kind of like this, like nice and comfy pillow, and I'm in VR and I can play a fucking badass game. You got to be standing and running around or sitting on your bed, and every once in a while you have to like reset so you can reach down off the side of your bed to pick something up. It's just like, all right, okay, fine. I still love them all, or most of them, but damn, would I love to play something that was handcrafted for just being lazy as shit but then that's the game. That's the joke. That's the whole. So we'll get there. We'll figure it out. I mean, we're gonna do all kinds of amazing stuff at the studio, given you know, the proper support, I guess, financial, you know, finance support. So yeah. And
where do you guys see, like, sticking with the first person genre? Do you think you'll go out of that at some point?
Well, I think we'll. I mean, we have this as our like flagship FPS, and I think. I mean, there's more there's more story to tell here. Mm-hmm. Like, there's a lot more to do here. There's so much. I mean, we really spent time world building, and we know so much stuff about the different aliens and races and planets, and like Kenny's home world. There's like there's like the possibility of a prequel or even like a sequel that has like flashbacks so that we can get some prequel like actually as gameplay. And I mean, whatever, this is all like hypothetical, but there's so much stuff that we want to do in this space, not even to, you know, like even not just like a full game, but like even just DLC stuff that we could do. It's so modular in nature, you know, like we can do so much. So I think we would probably live in this IP as our FPS kind of flagship thing, but we've made a third person, you know, action, you know, with Trover, pretty like simple, bare bones, but it's like we have experience in that space too. And I think I could see us doing something really cool and innovative and fun in that space, but there's just a lot of super indie kind of smaller swing experimental things that we want to do, and then there's just a lot of stuff. If there's one thing we're not short of, it's good ideas at the studio. It's just going to be a matter of, you know, how experimental can we get based off of rev stream, you know, because there's a version where we can just have fucking so much fun and just not worry about if it makes money. Like that's a best case scenario future for the studio. And I don't know, what's funny about that is like those are the ones that end up making money. Like, you know, when you're just like, who gives a shit? Who cares? It doesn't have to make money. Let's just do it. And then they end up making all this money. Anyway.
Think about that with like Beat Saber. I'm like, did they plan to make all the money that they did? Like, they just were making a fucking kick-ass music game. You know?
Yeah, no, I don't think. Or maybe he knew. Maybe he was smart enough and knew. But I don't know. I met him way back in the day, way before. And he seemed like a good dude and just was. Yeah, just having fun, making something cool. Yeah. But.
And playing High on Life, the controls are very fluid. It's not, I mean, it's a first-person game, but you expect an indie studio to kind of cut some corners with traversal and with enemy design or even like world building. And I think you guys really put a lot into delivering a really nice gameplay experience. Every button press that I did, something happened. I could clearly see on the HUD what I was missing, my ammo, but without it overshadowing stuff. So what you guys have with this design, it's solid.
Thank you. I mean, that's just a testament to the team. I mean, we've got a lot of really experienced people on this team who really believe in this, and I think a lot of them come from, more traditional, less kind of fun, but still good, like quality games. And I think the magic is everyone's so excited to be working on something like this because it's just so unique in the space. I was just fucking talking about comedy games, and I was like, it only popped up because of the new one, but Saints Row 2 was fucking hilarious. Like, and it was such a fucking funny game. Anyway, but I only bring that up because I had heard stories about like the people working on it having so much fun, like because of the tone and because of how just insane that they got to be, and yeah, we just have great people. That's the bottom line. We have really solid like people from AAA backgrounds, so we're doing the best we can with what we have. But I couldn't agree more. I'm really, as a gamer, I'm constantly blown away with where we are at with this, because the game's really kind of come together in the last, what would you say, like,
I mean, it depends on how big, but I mean, for us, I think really the past 6 months have been like incredibly critical. So.
Yeah, it's like really seeing it come together, and you'll have a build that's fucking perfect, and then it gets broken because
an hour later.
Whatever. But that's the nature of it, and then it gets fixed again. But like I've had little moments where I'm playing a certain section, and it just so happens to be really like it's all working, for that build, and it's just like, whoa, this is fucking incredible. Like, as a gamer, and also just seeing how the narrative design is working, and how we've definitely leveled up from Trover in terms of like what we're doing narrative design wise. It's really cool. I'm just excited to see when this comes out and what the general sentiment is and how it does, and mainly what the biggest thing, also one of the biggest things is just like studio support. Like as a name, as a brand, Squanch Games, like the best thing we could hope for is that we have people that are like, just like how Rockstar had for a long time and Adult Swim has it, there's just like brand loyalty, like, oh, these guys make like awesome shit, I'm in. Like they got my number, whatever they make, I'm gonna want to get, and that's that's the dream for us to have at the studio. Yeah, like.
All right, we gotta wrap.
Yeah, that's perfect. You're good.
Thank you very much.
Music Excel.